Hi guys, it's Elmer, your fire protection guy. Welcome back to this channel. Today I'm going to fix some issue regarding the fire system of this building. I am always and frequently notified for the last 3 days by the fire monitoring company because they monitor as well the faults in the fire system of this building, that there is an intermittent fault in here. So this time I want to check what's all the issues all about. Okay, here we are. What we're having here is a warning system fault. Okay, so that fault, that means 5-minute isolated, is if you left this isolated, but right now it's in automatic mode. Okay, that's the fire monitoring company is showing a fault. Okay, let's start opening the system. There's something wrong with the occupant warning system, probably the amplifier. And let's see. But first, we have to isolate the code red before we start doing any work. All right, so isolate. Okay, code red. Isolate. Yes, I want to isolate that. Okay, that system 1 fault will remain until we clear the fault. Or whatever I do, if I reset that, it will still keep on coming back. All right, let's open it up and have a look. Okay, before we start opening up the panel, sometimes you have to look on the screen. Number of not acknowledged fault in system. So in G3, sometimes the fault, you just acknowledge it and it clears itself. Okay, but we need to check the history. Menu, all right? So if they ask you for a password, that's the password. Okay, next is we are going to do service. 5, and then press enter. Enter. Right, so those are the information. So we escape. We are present status 4. Enter. All right. 7, event log. So 7, enter. So we go to the general event log. General event log, enter. Okay, warning system fault was there. Today is July 1. So the warning system fault yesterday again, and then we scroll down. All right, and then the 27th, yesterday again. So it's an intermittent one. Okay, so it started on June 24, on the 24th. All right, let's escape. Information is what type of panel you have. Let's see that. Let's check it out. All right. So the main board version is 2.20 and blah 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 blah. So that's your counter. And all right, that version is for this G3 panel. In case you're going to use a software to do some programming, you need that version. Okay. Let's escape. Escape. Now let's try the fault acknowledgement 6. We might clear the fire panel. Enter. Warning system. And then let's acknowledge that. Fault acknowledged. Enter. Now it's now acknowledged. All right. The next page, there's none. And then we escape. All clear. See? The fault is intermittent and it's all clear. Fault still activated, but this one is all clear. So let's check it out if that fault still exists. I'll scroll the panel again and have a look. Okay, we're going to open up the panel. Okay, that's the G3 fire panel. And there's your occupant warning system. And you have a fault. The fault is supply fault. Okay, what I normally do here, it happened before. So see the switch? I installed this so I can switch off that particular occupant warning system without switching off the whole system. All right, so that's why I did this one. Now I'm going to reboot that. All right, by rebooting it, I need to disconnect the battery of that. So that's the battery. So let's check it out. Okay, that's blue. So that's blue. I'm going to disconnect that and switch it off. That is another way to reset it. Reset. Okay. Then switching it on. Right. And then plug in the battery. Okay. That's one of the quick fix for the problem. All right. Now, what might be causing that issue? It's not hot. It's still new. So it probably require a replacement soon after 2 years. All right. While we are here, I'm going to discuss to you about this G3 panel. Why do I have a switch there? It does not exist before. This is because 240 volts power goes to this power supply, which supplies the main board and the other ancillary of the fire detection system, and another power supply for the occupant warning system. That's why they have two separate batteries. Battery for the occupant warning and the battery for the fire indicating panel. Okay? So I said, if I want to reboot this, I have to shut down the whole system. So I install one switch. So because it had happened before that I only need to reboot this instead of the main fire indicating panel. Why should I stop rebooting or switching it off? Because we have a roller shutter in the building. So we have to avoid shutting it down. That means if I switch that thing off, I have to go down in the basement and put a cable tie in the roller shutter so it will not drop in case I switch off the system. Okay, what will happen next is, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to replace this battery. It's already more than 2 years old. That's the one that's providing us an intermittent fault, and I hope that will clear it. For the meantime, as I said, I'm going to wait for another call from Code Red that there is a fault that came up in there. That's power supply fault. Okay, let's provide an experiment. Let's switch off the power for the occupant warning system. Okay, power's gone. And let's see if that power supply fault will come up. Okay, it takes a while sometimes. Depends on the system and how it monitored the fault. Okay, it's more than 5 minutes now. So the fault never reoccurred, so I switched that thing back on and the battery back on. Okay, what we are going to do next is to investigate, is the battery the problem or there was an actual problem other than the battery? Okay, let's check the history of the system. All right, so I open it up, make it quick for video purposes. So the fault came out at 7:44 p.m. On the 27th, 7:16 p.m. 27th, 11 p.m. Okay, let's scroll down. So on the 24th, it's 18:44. That means minus 12. That is around 5. Minus 12, that is around 6:43 p.m. That's 7:11 p.m. So at night. So it's happening at night. Okay. Warning system acknowledged fault. No, that was when I'm doing my testing. So it's nothing to do with it. So therefore, it's happening at night. The system is testing itself at night. And it looks like we need to change that battery. Okay? So I'll be back to do that in my next monthly test. But for the meantime, I'm going to wait for Code Red to give me a call if another fault come up. And then when I attended next time, I'll bring the needed battery. All right. I changed my mind. I'm going to the battery supplier and grab some 12 amps battery. Okay, let's go. I got the new batteries. That's the old battery. Let's take it off. All right, be quick.
we don't create any fault. Take it out. It's gone. Next one. It's gone. And then let's put this thing in. Another one in. Alright. Sorry about that. Let's take it up. See, what I found out that it takes a while before the fire alarm panel get the fault for battery removal. So I said, oh, that's it, that's good, so I can do my job without any fault in the system. So I don't need to isolate the alarm signaling equipment. That one, I don't need to isolate that. All I need to do is just change the battery. Alright. So the battery will be in series, 12 plus 12 equals 24 volts. And this one is your negative. All done. Alright. And the most important of all, check if all are properly tight. Right? And we're going to put the sticker, the date today. Alright, all good? So that's it. We were able to fix the problem. So no more waiting. So this is Elmer, your fire protection guy. See you next time.